I ate a real-life endangered animal. You won't believe what happened. The grease stung my eyes as I stared into the flickering pilot light. Another slow night. Another night closer to closing up shop for good. Hayes' coastal cuisine. More like Hayes' coastal catastrophe. Ironic, really. I'd envisioned lines out the door, a Michelin star twinkling above my sign. Instead, I had maybe 10 customers a night, most of them ordering the cheapest thing on the menu, clam chowder. Izzy, bless her heart, tried to be supportive. It'll pick up, Ethan. Summer's coming, tourists, but I saw the worry etched on her face. She worked double shifts at the hospital just to keep us afloat. The weight of it was crushing me. Then he walked in, Jean-Pierre Dubois. He looked like he'd stepped out of a magazine, all tailored suit and silver hair. I recognized him instantly. J.P. Dubois, the J.P. Dubois. The man could make or break a chef's career with a single review. He sat at the bar, ordered a martini extra dry, 3 olives, and surveyed the nearly empty restaurant with an unnerving intensity. I tried to act casual, wiping down the already spotless counter, but my hands were shaking. He finally beckoned me over. Chef Hayes, I presume? I've heard whispers. Whispers that I was about to lose everything, probably. I forced a smile, Mr. Dubois, an honor. He took a slow sip of his martini. Honor is a heavy word. Let's just say I'm intrigued. Your menu, it's competent, safe, but lacking. My stomach plummeted. Lacking what, sir? The edge, the audacity, the unforgettable. He set down his glass. Tell me, chef, how far would you go to achieve true culinary greatness? I hesitated. I don't know, sir. He leaned closer, his eyes glinting in the dim light. Imagine a dish so exquisite, so singular that it would be talked about for generations. A dish that would redefine your restaurant, your career, your very legacy. Then he told me about the Kemp's Ridley sea turtle. He knew a guy, he said, a fisherman who occasionally came across rare and unusual specimens. He painted a picture of the turtle's succulent meat, delicate flavor, and experience unlike any other. I knew it was wrong, terribly wrong. Kemp's Ridleys were critically endangered. Eating one was not just unethical, it was illegal. I tried to stammer out a refusal, but Dubois cut me off. Think about it, chef. Think about the alternative. This restaurant, your dream, gone. A footnote in the annals of culinary failures. Is that what you want? He left his card on the bar, a thick, embossed thing. Consider my offer. I believe you have the potential for true greatness, Ethan. Don't let it slip away. I stared at the card for hours. Izzy found me still sitting there when she got off work. I didn't tell her about Dubois' offer. I knew what she'd say. The next few days were a blur of anxiety and self-doubt. I tried to focus on the mundane tasks of running the restaurant, but Dubois' words echoed in my head. I looked up Kemp's Ridley sea turtles online. Beautiful ancient creatures. I felt a pang of guilt, but the image of my restaurant failing was stronger. Finally, I called Dubois. The turtle arrived 2 days later, delivered in a large, unmarked cooler. I didn't even want to look inside, but I knew I had to. It was smaller than I expected, its shell a dull olive green. Its eyes were closed and it looked peaceful somehow. A wave of nausea washed over me. I almost threw up. Marco, my sous chef, walked in. He took one look at the turtle and his face paled. Ethan, what the hell is this? I mumbled something about a special ingredient, a unique opportunity. Marco wasn't buying it. He knew something was off. That's a Ridley, isn't it? An endangered turtle. You can't be serious. It's just one turtle, Marco, I said, trying to convince myself as much as him. Think of all the good it will do. It'll save the restaurant. It'll save our jobs. Marco shook his head. This isn't right, Ethan. This is really messed up. He stormed out of the kitchen. I knew I was losing him. I spent the next few hours butchering the turtle. I tried to focus on the technical aspects, the precise cuts, the delicate flavors, but all I could see were those closed eyes. I created a bisque infused with lemongrass and ginger. The turtle meat simmered to a delicate tenderness. I called it Abyssal Bloom. I tasted it first. The flavor was extraordinary, a rich, savory sweetness that lingered on the palate. I felt a jolt of energy, a strange sense of connection to the ocean. The first customer to order it was a middle-aged woman celebrating her anniversary. She took one bite and her eyes widened. "This is divine," she said, practically moaning. Word spread like wildfire. The next night, the restaurant was packed. Everyone wanted to try the Abyssal Bloom. Dubois even showed up, a smug smile on his face. The money started rolling in. I paid off the back rent, ordered new equipment, even gave Marco a raise. He was still wary, but he appreciated the extra cash. But then the changes started. First, it was the dreams. Vivid, unsettling visions of deep-sea trenches, bioluminescent creatures, and vast, unknowable things lurking in the darkness. Then it was the cravings. I couldn't get enough seafood. I ate oysters by the dozen, raw fish until my stomach ached. I even started gnawing on fish bones. My senses became heightened. I could smell the salt in the air miles away, hear the faintest sounds of the waves crashing on the shore. Other customers reported similar experiences. Skin rashes, strange urges, a growing obsession with the ocean. One man started sleeping in his bathtub filled with salt water. Izzy noticed the changes in me. My eyes seemed wider, more intense. My skin was always clammy. I was becoming distant, withdrawn. "Ethan, what's going on?" she asked, her voice filled with concern. "You're not yourself." I tried to brush it off, but she wasn't fooled. She started doing research, looking into endangered species, illegal fishing, the dark side of the culinary world. Dr. Mei Lin, a local conservation biologist, began frequenting the restaurant. She asked pointed questions about the Abyssal Bloom, the source of the ingredients, the health of the diners. I knew she suspected something. Dubois kept providing me with more turtles, each one rarer and more exotic than the last. He seemed to relish the transformation, the chaos that was unfolding. Marco finally quit. He said he couldn't be a part of it anymore. "You're going crazy, Ethan," he said. "This isn't worth it. This is all going to end badly." He was right, of course. The skin on my hands started to thicken, becoming rough and leathery. My teeth felt sharper, more pointed. I found myself drawn to the ocean, spending hours staring out at the waves, feeling a primal urge to dive in. Izzy confronted me again. She had found Dr. Lin's research, the evidence linking my restaurant to the illegal poaching of endangered species. "Ethan, this has to stop," she pleaded. "You're destroying yourself, you're destroying everything." I tried to explain, to justify my actions, but the words felt hollow, meaningless. I couldn't even recognize the man she was talking to. "I had to do it, Izzy," I said, my voice hoarse. "I had to save the restaurant." "At what cost, Ethan? At what cost?" I didn't have an answer. The next morning I woke up in the bathtub, fully clothed, surrounded by salt water. My body was covered in scales. I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the creature staring back at me. My eyes were black and reptilian, my face distorted into a grotesque parody of human features. I was transforming. I stumbled out of the house and headed towards the ocean. I didn't know where I was going, but I felt a powerful urge to return to the sea, to become one with the waves. Izzy found me on the beach just as I was about to wade into the water. She screamed when she saw me. "Ethan, no," she cried. "Please come back to me." I looked at her, trying to focus on her face, her voice. But the transformation was too far gone. The human part of me was fading, replaced by something ancient, something primal. I reached out to her, my hand now a claw, covered in barnacles. She recoiled in horror. I turned and plunged into the ocean. The cold water was a shock at first, but then it felt natural, right? I swam deeper and deeper, leaving Izzy screaming on the shore. I never saw her again. The restaurant was shut down, the Abyssal Bloom forgotten. But the rumors persisted. Whispers of a sea monster lurking in the depths, a creature born of greed and desperation. Some say I'm still out there, haunting the coastline, a warning to those who dare to exploit the natural world. Maybe they are right. Maybe I am a monster, but I am also a consequence, a testament to the depths of human ambition and the devastating power of the sea.